Hey everybody, welcome back to the video. This here's Aces Fool, continue with the fighting series. Today I'm going to talk about something that's overlooked, a little bit of footwork, very subtle movement and keeping out on an angle, sectioning that body off, especially when you're fighting a southpaw fighter. You watch professional fighters do it, amateur fighters do it. It's something very simple, but not many fighters do it. It's about dictating the pace and the footwork of the fight. Now how we're going to do that. Morales is more of a Muay Thai guy, but I'm going to have him get into the best southpaw stance that he can get, which means his right hand's out in front and his left hand's to the rear, southpaw, okay? Where I'm going to be in a conventional stance, left hand out in front, right hand to the rear, which is where I'm a right-handed fighter, he's a left-handed fighter. So how am I going to counter the footwork, right? It's very subtle, a step and slide. All I'm simply trying to do is strategically keep on the outside of his right foot. You see a lot of times when a southpaw fighter and a conventional fighter are fighting, they step on each other's feet quite a bit, right? Because they're working for those angles. And as they're stepping and sliding in for a jab or they're moving out for those power punches, there's always a step on the foot, right? How do we prevent that and how do we use that angle? It becomes a chess match. All I'm going to do to neutralize his southpaw stance, because now I'm not looking in the mirror, right? Now I'm a little screwed up. I have to train for a southpaw fighter. So if I know I've got a southpaw coming, I can train and prepare and spar with people that are southpaw, which gives me that constant look. All I'm simply doing is taking my left foot and keeping it on the outside of his right foot. Right? A nice subtle movement. It doesn't have to be over exaggerated. I don't have to bounce around or anything. It's a step and slide, moving the left foot and the right foot, left foot and the right foot. Now, as he's going with me in the ebb and flow of the fight, right? We're both moving. We're both strategically trying to get into our good work. Our hands are up in a good defensive position. We're looking for openings. We're creating openings with the jab, 1, 2s, the 3s, the 4s, the punch combination. I'm dictating the pace. I'm bringing him into my power. If I allow him to keep his right foot on the outside of my left foot and we start going in opposite direction, which Manny Pacquiao was very good at this in his younger days. If you go back and look at some of his older fights, he dictated and won the fight based on footwork and the angles that he presented from a southpaw stance. So now I'm going to let him dictate. Now you see what's happening. His right foot is on the outside of my left foot, which now I'm going into his strength. So how do I counter that? A simple side step, side step, side step, and I'm moving, right? It becomes ebb and flow of strategic positioning. Who's going to get there first, right? We're looking for openings. We're ready to go. Like I said, he's more of a Muay Thai fighter, so his stance, he's prepared to throw kicks and switch his stance if necessary. I can switch to southpaw, and now we're both in the same position, creating that mirror effect. Now we're both just going to be going in the same direction and minimize. When I'm here, right-handed, I want to stay on that outside foot, simple but very subtle, right? And now I'm dictating the pace of the fight. I'm dictating. Just a little step aside movement. I can move out, I can move in, and if you look, I'm constantly trying to keep this left foot on the outside. Simple way to counter a southpaw, nothing to get too excited about. It's not like looking in the mirror, all right? Creating that angle, cutting that body in half, stay on the outside of that left foot, and that's the way you're going to be successful against a southpaw fighter. Aces Fool, smash that subscribe button, hit the like bell for notification. Further to come, Morales, southpaw, right? People despise southpaws, but they can be very crafty and creative in the gym. They're hard to deal with. But don't underestimate the skill, stay motivated, get it going.